Well, what is going on, guys, and welcome into the video. So let's talk about a recession because I think we are either there or we will get there real soon, but it's not exactly what you might think it is, so we will cover that today and give you the real deal on it all. I just ask for you to gently tickle that like button, don't be afraid of it, it's okay, it's free to do and it won't bite. Hard. And comment down below if you get the reference, which now that I think about it, probably wasn't the most appropriate thing that I should have said at that time, but anyways, we're going with it today. So it is true, the sale ends today forever for the group, which will make some sad and others happy, but it had to end at some point. And we have over 100 different tutorials and lessons on this topic, and it's also where you have lessons on mastering your money, building up passive income, and retiring early and being financially independent, and we even have a real estate course in development now. You also get direct access to me directly through DMs, live streams, and you see every buy or sell I make in real time, and you get my watch list with price targets too. So make sure you at least check out everything you get using the pinned comment below and see if it's right for you. So this is a topic that will get a lot of run, and as we get closer to the mark, it will be turned up to 11. But we will hear this again coming shortly, and that is that we are in a recession right now. Now, I know we've discussed how GDP is red hot, it's running at like almost 7, whereas we want GDP in the 2s. That is typically considered the range you want to be in, which means we need GDP to be slowed down considerably. And also remember, all it takes is 2 consecutive quarters of GDP declining, if I can talk, to be considered in a recession. And we just had our first quarter of decline, and we needed this. It is the only way inflation can come under control is if GDP growth gets back down into that 2 range or so. So we have that this quarter, and I suspect that number will fall the next quarter, giving us a technical recession. So am I worried at all? Not really, and the simple reason why is all recessions are not the same, and coming out of the financial crisis, that's the recession most people remember and think what a recession is. And don't get me wrong, that was a nasty recession in comparison to most of the past recessions actually. And of course the media will play on that narrative as it will get clicks, views, and all that good stuff. Now, is it possible it gets that bad? Well, let's be honest here. Anything is possible, but that is not what is most likely to happen, even if it's the most talked about. So just keep that in mind. Just because it's talked about the most does not mean it's the most likely to happen. In the last recession, you couldn't find a job if you wanted one in any category. I mean, high-end white-collar work, blue-collar work, anything, it didn't matter. Unemployment went over 10% and it took years to recover. Now, by contrast, unemployment is at 3.6% right now and is still trending down. And that is back to pre-pandemic lows, which were the historically low levels in unemployment in the US. We are at historically low unemployment right now, which of course is nothing like it was back during the Great Recession. Everywhere I go, there's not enough help to keep up, right? We have shortages in high school jobs like engineers, pilots, and jobs like that. They're overpaying. They're actually giving sign-on bonuses in some cases to attract talent. And I know for every real estate project I have going on right now or that I'm just invested in, they are all behind because of labor shortages. They don't have the bodies to keep up with the demand. Again, this is the opposite of what was happening during the Great Recession. Now, I do think this will all kind of ease up and we'll kind of see, some of that stuff kind of go away. You got Target and others saying they have overhired and they need to cut back. But right now, there is no indicator that suggests we will be in an employment situation like we were during the Great Recession. Some other facts that we all kind of need to keep in mind are recessions are considered a normal part of the business cycle. They are unavoidable. They are going to happen as they are part of that business cycle. You just hope that they are not a catalyst like the entire financial system collapsing in 2008 that will make it substantially worse. But recessions are a normal part of the business cycle, which leads me to my next point, and that is there have been 5 recessions since 1980, and this one would make 6 assuming we get there. So, can you name the other 5 without Googling it? Seriously, try to name the general dates of those 5 recessions since 1980. And my guess is not too many of you all got all 5 right. But what this tells you is that most are very benign temporary events. Even more telling is the stock market returns are very good during those times overall. Not every time, but overall the market does very well during these times, and when it did go south in the stock market, it was actually the opportunity of a lifetime. So as of now, I have no fear of a recession. We need GDP to slow down and put us in a recession to slow inflation. We need that to happen. But I suspect as we get closer, we will hear lots of experts tell us how this would be like the Great Recession or even worse, or Great Depression, or whatever the heck all that stuff is, because that's what gets clicks, views, and all that good stuff like that. So I just wanted to get ahead of this and give you guys the truth on what is going on, what I'm watching, and what the reality of a recession actually is. And if you don't have a plan for what to do in a recession or how to take advantage of a recession, more importantly, make sure you lock in your spot to the group today using a pinned comment before the price goes up forever. And remember, you get to keep that price as long as you stay a member. And click this video here for what I'm doing specifically during this crash, or click here for some extreme value stocks. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.